So guys, it's your favorite day, it's my favorite day, it's everybody's favorite day, except Garfield. It's Podcast Monday, woo! So topics of this week, a lot of big reveals this week happened. And so we're going to talk about Maximum Crisis, though I believe we already talked about last week. Couple of decks that got first place this week. So one from ARG, one from Regional, and one from a Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. Maybe a Dark Side of Dimensions review, quote unquote. But first, the biggest event of all. So, just a quick reminder that the Raging Tempest sneak peeks is this weekend. February 4th and 5th. We'll go through locations a bit. What Konami did is they gave preview cards. Yu-Gi-Oh blog, Yu-Gi-Oh Konami blog. You guys saw previews of the Zodiac cards as well as some rarities. And Konami Europe actually did a Spyro review. So they revealed an order of what got likes, hearts, surprise phase, and what's it called? Super happy face. I can't find it, huh? Oh my god. Okay, so long story short, they're trying to review cards through this, but unfortunately it got leaked. So we pretty much know what all the cards are and what the effects do. It's kind of funny because they actually they acknowledged that it was leaked. But let's go through the cards. So all the ratios have been announced, all the secrets, all the ultras, all the supers, all the rares. We'll be going through them, maybe one by one, depending on how much time we have or how slow this takes. But first, we got Brave Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Not the cover monster, but was it a main character monster? It's a level 8, 3000 attack, 2000 defense, Dark Dragon. You need one Pendulum Dragon monster as well as one Warrior monster. When this card is fusion summoned, you can make the attack of all monsters your opponent control currently become 0. And also, other monsters you control cannot attack for the rest of this turn. Negate the activated effects of all monsters with 0 attack. At the end of the damage step, when this card attacks an opponent monster, but that monster was not destroyed, you can bash that monster instead. Not instead, you can just bash that monster. So it's gimmicky, but unfortunately the other monsters can't attack. This enables OTKs. It's a way to get problem monsters. It's pretty much like Twin Bursts a while back, but yeah, it's not gonna see that much play. You pull this, it's gonna suck. Oh, the Zodiacs. We got Broad Bull. One of the key combo pieces, a rank 4. Earth, 0, question mark. You need 2 level 4 monsters, but pretty much everyone uses it through what's it called, Mole Rat or Rapier. Once per turn, you can also XYZ, Broad Bull by using one Zodiac monster you control with a different name as XYZ material. XYZ materials attached to that monster also become materials of this card. This card gains attack and defense equal to the total attack and defense of the Zodiac monster attached to this card as material. Most of the time it's going to be 0/0. Once per turn, you can detach one XYZ material from this card. Where is it? And then add one Beast Warrior that can be normal summoned from your deck to your hand. So you can get more Zodiac pieces such as the Viper, which I can't remember the English name right now. Or you can make, Coach Bearman, go for the rank 8 play, for the Giant Trainer, go to the draw power, and also inflict 800 per draw. Next card, Zodiac Trident, formerly Drancia. You need 4 level 4 monsters. That's not gonna happen. It's gonna overlay the top of Zodiac monster or XYZ. Once per turn, you can also XYZ the Trident by using one Zodiac monster you control with a different name as extra material. Materials are previously attached is now attached to this. The attack is now all the attacks and defense combined. Once per turn during ear play turn, you can detach one mixed material from this card. Then you can target and destroy one face-up card on the field. Sorry, you target one face-up card first. That's the cost. Then you destroy. So it's one of the key pieces for Zodiac is their interruption play. Allows them just to free pop. One of the biggest pieces, Zodiac Barrier, formerly known as Elemental Triangle, I believe. You can target one face-up card and you control, destroy it, and if you do, special summon one Zodiac monster from your deck, you can only use the effect once per turn. If this card isn't destroyed by a card effect and set in the grave, you can target one Zodiac monster you control, attach this card from your graveyard to that target as XYZ material. This pretty much enables all your plays. You use it, pop itself, special summon Rapier, and you just go off. So already you can see 3 of the big Zodiac cards as being a secret. Granted, we have 2 secrets per box. That's not bad, but it's really... How do I put this? It's gonna be super pricey. Because you're gonna like run 3 barriers. I think 2... Was it Broad Bull? 2-1 Grand... Radiant. Other cards that are secret. Foolish Burial with Belongings. Send 1 Spell or Trap card from your deck to your grave. You can only activate 1 Foolish Burial Belongings per turn. See that card in Infernoids getting the Void Seer or the Trap card. You can see it in Monarchs hitting the Pantheism so they can proc off Pantheism to search. Or Prime so you can get the food ready. Or body ready. You see all other decks. I believe it was in a Spiral deck profile I saw earlier. It's somewhat a disappointment for people because they were hoping this wouldn't be a secret. I believe this is rare in Japan. Because a lot of decks can actually use this, but being a secret is gonna suck. Also a good card if you pull it. Other big card. That grass looks greener, aka lawn mowing next door. If you have more cards in your deck than your opponent, send cards from your top of your deck to the grave until you have the same number of cards in your deck as your opponent. Extremely big for decks such as Infernoids. Pretty much all Infernoids you special summon by banishing another mon in the grave. So just all your food in there. Also in Lightsworns. It's easily searchable through Left Hand Offering, which you just throw your whole hand. Discard your whole hand and search for it. So you're just pretty much ready from there. This is usually done like you run a 60 card deck. You activate Left Hand Offering. You activate Lawnmower. Bam! That's already what 50. No wait. What's my math? That's roughly 20 cards. No, sorry, 25 cards in the grave. So a lot of food for like Infernoids and such. Good thing Bruiser's banned this to be annoying. Another secret, Full Force Virus, previously known as Shadow Spread Virus. Tribute 1 dark monster with 2k or more defense. Check your opponent's hand. All monsters they control and all cards they draw into the end of their turn after discard activation, and destroy all the monsters with 15 or less defense. Similar to Crush card before the errata, except it's defense points instead of attack points. Rip Zodiacs. If you activate this, we might see this in DDD play. Other decks, maybe more of a side deck card. Because what was it? Infernoids actually they profit off of this because then you have food in the grave. So far, the only bad secret is the Brave Eyes Panda Dragon. Last card, a really big game changer. Sea Monster of Teslas. It's a TCG exclusive. It's 22 attack, 18 defense. No one really cares about that. It's a level 5 zombie tuner fusion. The only way you can fuse it by using 2 tuners, but it's just pretty much an instant fusion food target. So this enables a lot of plays. Zombie's gonna see some creativity. I've seen that there's Gothams play with this, where your opponent's gonna start off with 3 cards in their hand, pretty much Delinquent Duel all over again. What's it? You need this, a Predator Plant, and Gothams. I can't remember the other combo pieces. I think a Zodiac was involved. But it's a really good generic 5. You can also, because it's a tuner, you're able to actually go for what's it called? Otamaya plays as well. And also going off as the zombie revive with Mizuki. Mizuki comes back and then you just do shenanigans. So the only missed secret if you pull is the Brave Eyes. That might be like $10-15 when you pull. Maybe Shadow Spread be the second worst, followed by maybe Foolish Burials being the third worst. In terms of priority, you're pulling that barrier. Oh, sorry, the barrier. What's it called? Yeah, Barrage. That's gonna be like $60, $70, maybe $80. 80 sneak peek wise, because this is a really popular card. YCS Seattle's coming. Unfortunately, Zodiacs will be legal for that event, so they have to get all the cards as soon as possible. And in terms of priorities, like maybe this, then maybe Broad Bull. Sorry, yeah, Broad Bull, then maybe Lawn Mowing third in terms of pricing. So be on the lookout at your locals if you pull this. In terms of ultras, 10 ultras, it's alright. You got Perform Power Drag Daggerman, Pendulum Effect. Oh, sorry, it's level 5, 2k attack, 600 defense, pen scale 2. Pendulum Effect states during your main phase, if this card was activated this turn, you can target one Perform Power monster in your grave and add to your hand. You can only use this effect once a turn, so pretty much if you accidentally you fuse it from hand or it was warning as such, you can just bring it back to your hand. Monster effect during your main phase, if this card was permanent summon, you can send with one Perform Power monster from your hand to the grave, draw one card. You only use the effect once per turn. You get a draw, then you can use the effect, Pendulum Effect later on to get it back. So it's alright. I don't really see this in that many Pendulum decks. Wind Witch Ice Spell. It's, what was it? Level 3, Wind, 1000 attack, 1000 defense. Spellcaster. If you control normal monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then you can special summon one Wind Witch from your deck. Monster special summon by this effect can't be tributed. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck this turn. You activate the effect except level 5 or higher wind monsters. If this card is normal or special summon, you can inflict 500 damage to your life points. Sorry, to your opponent's life points. You can only use this effect once per turn. Yeah. Oh, but it's in parentheses, so you can't just like spam 3 of them at the same time or just do some crazy loop. Really strong in Wind Witches. One of the biggest cards because like that's a free summon. It's gonna special summon to Winterbell, and that's gonna end up to Crystal Wing in a lot of the times. Next card we see Wind Witch Snowbell. It's the tuner spellcaster win. If the only monster controls are 2 or more wind monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. A wind single monster that was used this card as single material can be destroyed by opponent's card effects. So it'll going off of this, like this is Speedroid, like Terratop, you're set. Dot Blade, one of the bigger ultras, because the Zodiac, this card is no more special summon. You can discard one Zodiac card, and if you do draw on one more, an XYZ monster whose original type is a Beast Warrior, with this card as XYZ material gains the following effect: it pierces. You see this in pure Zodiac builds, not really like the Zodiac Invoker, which we won't see till mid-February, or other Zodiac variants, because it's not really necessary. The good part about it is a 16 attack points, so your Zodiac monster gains 16 attack points. The piercing effect is also another plus. I've rarely seen people actually use the effect with the draw in this card, but that's just because they always open Small Rat. Then we got Christian Gilligargar. Wow, I butchered that name really bad. 2 or more tuners and 1 non-tuner monster. It's a level 9, 3k attack, 3k defense. This card is synchro summon. You can target monsters your opponent controls or in your grave up to the number of synchro material used for this synchro summon card. Banish them. If this synchro summon card is destroyed by a battle card effect, you can target one banished monster, except this card is special summoned to your field. I heard this is the big boss for Christians. I'm not really sure because I haven't had that much experience with Christians, so we have to wait and see about that. Then we have Odd Eyes Raging Dragon in the cover card. It's a Pendulum XYZ monster. What's it? Rank 7, 3k attack, 25 defense. Scale 1/1. Pendulum effect. Once per turn, if you have no cards in your Pendulum Zone, you can target one Pendulum monster from your deck. And your Pendulum... Wait, what? Oh, you can place one Pendulum monster from your deck to your Pendulum Zone. Well, I can't read right now. Monster effect. You need 2 level 7 Dragon type monsters. If this card is Pendulum Summon... Oh, wait. Oh, if you can Pendulum Summon level 7, you can Pendulum Summon this card. If this card XYZ by using XYZ monster as a material against the following effect. This card can attack twice during each battle phase, so 2 attacks. Once per turn, you can attach one material from this card. Destroy as many cards your opponent controls as possible. And if you do, this card gains 200 attack per destroyed card until the end of this turn. If this card in the monster zone is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can play this card in the Pendulum Zone. So, especially some of these cards gives you a chance like a free nuke, detach and pop everything. Granted, you need an XYZ monster as a material, but with cards such as Rank Up Magic, that's not as hard as people think. Still, it's not as great as, it's not gonna see as much competitive play. And another big Zodiac Tiger Mortar. It's the second piece of the combo. You need 3 level 4 monsters. You need a Zodiac monster. Long story short, you can also you got the effect where you can special summon using a Zodiac material, just like by one of them, against attack and defense. Once per turn, you could detach one material from this card. then you could target one Zodiac XYZ monster you control and one Zodiac in your grave. Attach the Zodiac monster onto the target. So the combo pretty much is you Rapier into Broad Bull effect, you can search, and then you overlay Broad Bull into Tiger Motor, use Tiger Motor effect, targeting the Rapier, putting it onto the Tigress, then you make like Radiant, then use that effect for what's it called? Rapier, special summon 2 more Rapiers, pretty much that's a free ring 4, or if you hadn't used normal summon Coach Beerman, and that's Giant Trainer and such. So, in terms of Ultras, this is going to be really big. 30, 40, who knows? I can't math. Other cards, we get Windwitch Glass Spell. It's the OCG import. You need one tuner, one non-tuner wind monster. You could target one wind monster. You could target one Windwitch monster in your grave. Inflict damage to your opponent equal to his level time 200. During each player's turn battle phase, you can target one Windwitch monster you control. Special summon one monster from your hand with a level less than or equal to that monster, but it can't attack this turn. Pretty much enabling more XYZs later on, or synchros. What was it? Oh, I forgot. Spygal Misty, the TCG exclusive, one of the new Spiral cards. Level 4, 15 attack, 18 defense. If this card is normal or special, you can declare one card type, monster's trap, spell, whatever. Reveal the top card of your opponent's deck, and if you do, draw one card. If it's the card of that type, once per turn, during your turn, you can target one Spiral Super Agent you control and one monster your opponent controls. Report both of them to your hand. So it's a keyring pretty much. A lot of people say they're really mad because it's just a G, so it can't be searchable because it's not a Spiral card, quote unquote. That stops a lot of potential Spiral, but giving another keyring is pretty bad at this point. The last Ultra OCG import, Dark Contract with Entities. When a DD monster is special summoned from your extra deck to your hand, you could activate the following effects depending on the monster summoned once per turn. Fusion, get 1000. Synchro, your opponent cannot target that special summon monster with the card effects, even if the card's banished. Leaves the field. XYZ, banish one card from the field or grave. And Pendulum, draw one card and discard one card. Honestly, that's a waste of Ultra. I could have seen this being a common, maybe a rare. Deities, I've seen no deities run this. Because, like, there's no reason to. You have Contract to Searches, Contract to Fusion, the Trap Contract to Disrupt. That's pretty much all you need. This is just like added on effects, but most times the synchro plays you rarely see that. Fusion, you can get 1000 like once because you're gonna make the Genghis, whatever. XYZ, Kali Yuga, but then if Kali Yuga is an effect, so it's gonna negate that. Pendulum, Pendulum. So those are for the Ultras. In terms of what to prioritize, was it Tigress? Sorry, Tigress. Tiger Moore is one of the big priorities, followed by Winterbell. That's another big priority. Oh, yeah, that's the wrong bell. Wow, I messed up. It's supposed to be Glass Spell. So I made a big mistake. It's not Winterbell, it's Glass Spell. I can't read my own writing. If this card is no more special summon, you can add one Windwitch monster from your deck to your hand, except Glass Spell. Also, you can add special summon except wind monsters. And so the tuner. That's pretty good. So what's it? Yeah, Ice Spell, the Glass Spell, to the Snow Bell. No, I mean the Synchro Bell. Then you Wind Bell. Ding, ding, ding. In terms of Super, we see it's gonna be one of these sets where the super is gonna be expensive just due to what the supers, some of these supers are. Going through it quick, we see Dragon Calling Magician, Pendulum, level 7, 24 attack, 1000 defense, scale 2. Pendulum effect, once per turn, you could target one monster on the field. It becomes a dragon type until the end of your opponent's turn. So you can use that for the Odd Eyes Pendulum stuff. Excuse me, sorry. And monster effect, once per turn, you can make this card become a dragon type until the end of the turn. A monster synchro, fusion, or XYZ summon using this as a hero gains the following effect. And the effect is, if it battles a dragon monster, attack becomes double its original attack, only during the damage step. Not useful. Blue Eyes is getting power crept. No other decks really than Dragon, except in the Zodiac, but then they just pop it. So it's kind of a format too late. Oh, the big card right here, Zodiac Rapier. That's the enabler for Zodiacs. I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna see like maybe was it $10, maybe $15. Twin Twister levels of pricing. Level 4, 0 attack, 0 defense. Kind of sucks, but then you read the effect. This card is normal summon. You can summon Zodiac monster from your deck to your grave. Sorry, Zodiac card from your deck to your grave. Again, that also sucks. And then this is the kicker. XYZ monster whose original type is Beast Warrior with this card as XYZ material gains this effect. Once per turn, you can attach one XYZ material from this card. Special summon one Rapier from your hand or deck. Bam! That's a free rank 4. Oh, sorry, free level 4. Going through a combo, you're gonna end up with 2 on the board. That's a free rank 4. Go 2 block more, make the guy Gusto. You could make Utopia, go for Utopia plays, Dweller. The possibilities are endless in terms of rank 4s. Whooptail, another essential piece for Zodiac. It's 1 to 3, depending on what build you're playing, pure or just mixing stuff in. During your player turn, you can target one Beast Warrior type XYZ monster you control, attach this card from your hand or field as a material, and then when it gets the following effect, if it battles opponent monster after damage, can banish that monster. So essentially, you can summon this, attack 12, then equip it to a Zodiac, attack for the Zodiac plus 12. True King Lithozamin, the Disaster, one of the true Draco Kings, or was gonna be one of the, yeah. It's a worm, 25, 23, Earth, level 9. If this card is in your hand, you can destroy 2 other monsters in your hand and or face up on the field, including an Earth monster, and if you do, special summon this card. And if you do, look at the opponent's extra deck and banish up to 3 monsters with different names in their extra deck. With this card, if both the destroy monster were Earth, if this card destroyed by card effect, you special summon 1 non-Earth worm type monsters from your grave, so you can summon another True King. Crystron Softener. When this card is in your hand or grave, you could discard 1 Crystron card, except this card. Special summon this card in defense, then destroy 1 card you control. If this card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special 1 Crystron from your deck to your defense position. You can only use this effect once per turn, enabling some of the Crystron Synchros. Tyria Goddess Rebirth. Big card when it came out, but it's not really as strong as people thought. Like that, people realize. 34 attack, 36 defense, a Fiend level 11. Cannot be normal or set, must be special summoned from your hand by shuffling 10 other cards with different names from your hand and or field into the main deck or extra deck. It cannot be special summoned any other ways. This card's special summon cannot be negated, so it can't be strike the warning. If this card is special summoned, shuffle all other cards from your both players' hands, field, and graveyard, and all face-up pendulum monsters from both players' extra deck into the deck, and the effects cannot be activated in response to this card's activation. So it's pretty much a soft reset. Everything just goes back to your deck and your opponent's deck, and it's gonna be the only card in the field. It's a free 34 beat stick. Your opponent better top deck the Regeki or the Dark Hole or the Kaiju, because it's gonna suck if you don't. Cyber Angel Natsatya, 1000 level 5 light fairy ritual monster. You only special summon, you can ritual summon this card with Machine Angel Ritual. Once returned, you can target one face-up monster you control, gain life point equal to half his attack. When the ritual monster you control is targeted for attack, you're gonna get the attack. And if this card is in your grave, you can banish one other Cyber Angel monster from your grave. Then target one monster your opponent controls, special summon this card, and you do take control of that target. So pretty much a change of heart permanent, change of heart permanent. Other cards we see Chaos Ancient Gear Giant. You're gonna need 4 Ancient Gear monsters. It's 45 attack, 3k defense, level 10. Has the sickest artwork of this whole set. Second sickest, Spirit Mirage, pretty cool. Plus, you feature summon that cannot be special summoned by other ways, unaffected by spells, trap effects. Monsters in your opponent's possession cannot activate their effects during the battle phase. This card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. It pierces. So, Ancient Gear is getting a pretty sick win condition if they pull this off. Other cards we see Ancient Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, 45 attack, 3k defense, rank 9. You need 3 level 9 monsters. If this card has a Cypher card or Connect Soldier as XYZ material against this effect, once returned, you can attach up to 3 materials from this card. Monsters you control cannot attack your opponent's life points directly for the rest of the turn except this card. Also, take control of face-up monsters your opponent controls equal to the number of cards you detach into the end phase. But while this card, where is? But while this card is effect applied, their effects negate and their attack becomes 45. So it's like Galaxy Cypher Dragon, except it's not limited to XYZs. They become 45 beat sticks. Then you make your what's it? Dark matter stuff. And last but not least, heavy armored tiger iron wolf. Say that 5 times fast. 2 level 4 machine type monsters. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card. Target 1 machine monster you control. This turn, that card can attack your opponent's life points directly. Also, other monsters you cannot attack. Like this card in your position is destroyed by a card effect or by battle. My opponent's card effect or battle. Send it to grave. You can add 1 level 4 machine type monster from your deck to your hand. Pretty cool. You can search. In terms of exclusive, we see Subterra Behemoth Dragocy. It's a flip monster, 24 attack, scene defense, level 6. Flow effect, you can activate this effect this turn. The Subterra monsters you control cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. You can only use this effect once per turn. When a face-up monster you control is flipped face down, and you control no face-up monster, you can special summon this card in your hand. In face down defense position, once per turn, you can flip this card face down defense position. So that's pretty much the general Subterra effect for the bigger ones. We also see Clash in the Subterra Caverns. Continuous spell card. All Subterra monsters you control gains 500 attack, 500 defense for each set monster on the field. Once per turn, when a Subterra monster you control inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can target 1 Subterra card in your grave, except this card, and add it to your hand. And by this I mean the continuous spell. And then lastly, we get Spiral Gear. Oh, sorry, second to last, Spiral Gear Handy Gear Cable. If you control a face-up Super Spiral Mons agent, target 1 face-up card your opponent controls, place it on top of your deck. It's a Wing Blast. You can only use it once per turn. Did I go too tough? No, tough's not here yet. And then last but not least, Delta, the Magnum Warrior. As this card is numbered to special summon, you can send 1 level 4 or lower Magnum Warrior monster from your deck to your grave. If this card is sent to your grave, you can banish 3 level 4 or lower Magnum Warriors from your graveyard, except Delta. Special 1 Valkyria and the Magnum Warrior from your hand or deck, ignoring its summon conditions. So 35 beat stick, that's pretty cool. And what is it, 38? But in terms of the rares, nothing too exciting. Winterbell being rare, that's pretty cool. Actually, it's pretty big. Sorry. What was it? Zodiac Robo. You need 5 Zodiac Claws. Let's say. This card can attack opponents directly. When this card has 12 or more XYZ material, inflict damage to your opponent. You could send as many cards as possible from your opponent's hand and field to the grave, then change this card to defense position. And just another way to make the combo. Like you what's it? You use Rapier, then you overlay it to something else. Wild Bowl, like 1 or 2 of, not really necessary. The big 3 being, like I mentioned earlier, Tiger Mortis, Dragon, and of course Broad Bull. Fusion Rise Cycle Plant, that was a promo for sneak peeks. What else? Spiral Tough, I guess. This card becomes Spiral Super Agent while it's on the field or in your grave. Once per turn, you can declare 1 card type, monster, spell, or trap, and target 1 card your opponent controls. Reveal the top card of your opponent's deck, and if you do, destroy the target if you call it right. Spiral Mission Recapture. Destroy this card during your 3rd end phase after activation. Once per turn, if a Spiral monster is special summoned to your field, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls. Take control of it into the end phase, but it can't attack directly. If a Spiral monster you control will be destroyed in battle, you can bash this card instead. Or card effect, sorry. So, similar to Penalty Box, the second part. That's kind of cool. I don't know, Spiral's still lacking that oomph they need to be the good deck. Same with Subterras. I ran, I got through them. Just to do the time. Wow, it's right 30 minutes. So, you might be asking, where's Sneak Peeks at? I'm glad you asked. According to Konami, first of all, you have opportunity to get the smat either through a raffle or a draft. Or was that draft? It's more of a the booster packs they gave you. You make a deck out of it tournament. More information can be found here. Do note, if they run out of supply, they run out of supply. So if, like, let's say Saturday they run out of supply, they're not gonna do it Sunday. Max capacity always, of course, like stores. Just do the fire codes. $20, but you get 5 packs in the promo. And the checklist. They're cool, I guess. You can also win this through tournaments. I've seen like structured tournaments such as you play your actual deck. In terms of locations, where will I be? So if you're just SoCal, 3 days Anaheim, I'm gonna be there Saturday, maybe Sunday if they have packs still. Other areas in SoCal that has it, Glendale, and Legacy Comics and Cards. Cards. Hawthorne, Murillo Digital Systems. Long Beach, you got the Warhouse. LA, you got Savi's. You might see P Bunny, Dennis there. Oh, Magic and Monsters, you might see Dennis P Bunny there. The Bullpen 2.0, also in LA. What else? Torrance, you have 8 Balls, Sports, Cards, and Games. Play out, like, if you're going 3 days, stay up. I'm not gonna bite. Okay, let's go to the next topic. Maximum Crisis Special Edition. I think I said this last week, but I'm at the point where I don't remember. But now there's an official Konami page. Just a quick recap. June 9th. It's $10 per box. You get 3 packs of Maximum Crisis, 1-2 foils of the next set, which is Duelist Code, and then 1 or 2 variant foil cards. They could be Shonen promos. Who knows? So let's go to the final topic, I guess, or second to last, depending on how time is. So we're in a standstill where it's not yet Zodiac's gonna take over the meta. We have like another week before that happens, so might as well go through the decks. Sorry, the meta list. By meta list, I mean who had first place. See what's doing good. I'll tell you right now, ABC is doing good, but I couldn't find like a list that got first place. A lot of them third place, unless you took M-Cold, but M-Cold's had Minerva. That's not realistic. First, let's go to ARG or Hartford. We see Jeff Jones taking the tournament. Jeff Jones, of course, one of the strongest duelists we know. P Bunny's personal hero. Going through our deck, we see triple Ragnarok, triple Copernicus, triple Kepler, triple Swirl Slime, triple Necro Slime, triple Lamia, 1 Thomas, 2 Max C, 2 DD Crow, triple Desire, triple Gate, 2 Allure, 1 Swamp King, 1 Soul Charge, 1 1-for-1, 2 D-Bears, 2 Solemn Strike, 2 Dark Contract with Witch, and 1 Vanities. For the extra, we see 1 Kalyuga, 1 Hope Harbinger, 2 Genghis, 1 The Ark, 1 Beowulf, 1 Formula Synchron, 1 Hyper Liberian, 1 Alexander, 1 Meteor Burst, 1 Omega, 1 Siegfried, 1 Scarlight, 1 Crystal Wing, and 1 Trish. For the side, we see 1 DD Crow, 2 Dankos, triple Falsa Dino, Regeki Double Dark Hold, triple System Down, and triple Magical Spring. Quick note, this is somewhat of a standard DD deck, with the exception of some cards. Thomas, you see at 1, a lot of times she 3 to 2, so that's unstandard. You see the main deck DD Crow, you typically see it as a side deck card, but due to the amount of cards that need amount of cards in the grave that will go off, such as DDD, Paleozoics, Metaphors to some extent, etc. Oh, ABC too. Main deck in DD Crow isn't that bad. It's more of a meta call. Triple Allure, 3-2 is fine. But 2 Allures, sorry, Triple Desires, 3-2 is fine. 2 Allures, we see a lot of people dropping the Allures to 2, just due to not wanting to break or use essential combo pieces if they do it multiple times. Swamp King else 1-2, depending on situation. 1's fine, but if it gets desired, that's why people play 2. Soul Charge, pretty much, you do all the pieces in the grave, you Soul Charge, you make even stronger boards. Everything else is relatively standard. In terms of the extra deck, Meteor Burst, of course, the combo extender for if you had Ragnarok in the scale or Thomas. Scarlight is something you typically don't see. Going through it against 3k attack, 25 defense, level 8. 1 tuner, 1 or more non-tuner. This card becomes Red Dragon. No one cares about that effect. Once returned, you can destroy as many special summon effect monsters on the field as possible with attack less or equal to this card. Other this card, inflict 500 per to your opponent's life points. So this is a free, one of the free ward clears, and that you get another 3k direct attack. In terms of the side deck, a lot of teched out stuff. Well, 6 cards that teched out to be precise. Triple Falso Dyna. Neither player can special summon when this card is flipped up. Destroy all special summon monsters on the field. It's another way to nuke the board or the free space. Also, it's another Vanities. You summon this, you already have like, what's it? Like, let's say the Arc on the board, maybe a set Witch. You're pretty much set. Magical Springs for a middle matchup, going through it quick. Draw a number of cards equal to the number of face-up cards your opponent controls, then discard the same amount. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, after this card resolves, spell slap trap card your opponent control cannot be destroyed by a battle card effect. Also, their activation cannot be negated. So, Metaphors can't pop other stuff. They can't pop the other skill, etc. So, congratulations, Just Jones, first place. Another decks we see. In terms of, let's say, a regional, we see a First Play Frog deck. This is from Azer Precision. Shout out to him. Tucson, Oklahoma Regionals. Paleozoic Frogs, piloted by Braden Calvert. We see Triple Swap Frog, Triple Dupe Frog, Triple Ronin Tonin, 2 Maxi, 2 Desires, Triple Book of Moon, Triple Karma Cut, Triple MST, 2 Foolish for traps, 2 D-Draws. Oh, sorry, 1 D-Draw. 1 Return. Omega. Triple D-Beard, Triple Reckless, Triple Babaku, Triple Strike, 1 Warning, Compulse, Breakthrough, and Threatening Roar. Extra deck, we see Triple Toad, 2 Opinia, 2, I can't say right now, 1 number 45, 1 Sky Cavalry, 1 Degusto Phoenix, 1 Cat Shark, Genghis, Mithram, Darklaw, ABC. Side, we see 2 Lava Golems, Triple Ghost Reaper, 2 System Down, 2 Darko, 2 Twin Twister, Triple Anti-Spell, and 1 more of the Foolish for Traps. Again, relatively standard frog list. Keynotes, Desires to 2, because 3 Desires increase the probability of you drawing 2 the other Desires. Pretty much dead. 41 card main deck. T-Roar is another way to stop your opponent from attacking your Paleozoics, because if they leave the field, they are banished, but if they go XYZ, they're fine. Just a quick note. Everything else is pretty standard. Extra deck, we see the Ghost Reaper targets being Buster, Genghis, Mithram, Darklaw. Buster is a staple at this point if you're playing Ghost Reaper. Genghis is new because the DGs came out. Mithram, we see a lot of Metaphors. Darklaw just wrecks every deck. Side, relatively standard. Lava Golem to get rid of problems or the mirror match. And then you can still special summon. Like, for special and Frog, special and Ronin Tonin still go off. What was it? The Foolish if you want more Paleozoic names in the grave. Last but not least, Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. So this is up to debate, like how strong the deck is. Yu-Gi-Oh! Day, of course, it depends on what locals you go to. You can have a turnout like as little as 8 to up to the one I went to had 46 people. I got third. I failed you guys. I'm sorry. I couldn't take first place. I got 1 loss of playing ABC. Going through this deck quick, we see Metaphors, Triple Eccentric, Cleafort Engine with Scout and Monolith, Rescue Rabbit, 2 Maxi, Tree Mabuku with Kirin. Before I continue, I forgot I got this from Frost Card Gaming FCG. 1 Cat, all the triple of each Metaphors. Long story short. 2 Desires, 2 Painful Decision, 1 MST, Triple Summoner's Art, 1 Full Metaphors Fusion, 1 regular Metaphors Fusion, Counter, and Combination. For the extra, we see 3 Mithram, 2 Alkahest, 2 Oracalc, 2 Grand Pulse, Turtle Bird, Break Sword, Utopia Package, Dweller, and Infinity combo. Side, I'm pretty sure I'm missing a card. We see 2 Spider, 2 Lava Golem, 2 DD Crow, Triple Retaliating, 2 Side Blocker, and 2 MSC, and a Cosmic Cyclone. Going through his deck quick, I see Metaphil players, they either do the Monolith one, or they go Yangzing Metaphils, but that's more of a Yangzing deck than the Metaphil deck. Rescue Rabbit, of course, special summon, that's free 2 food. MST, I remember him in the video saying that it's pretty much out Vanity's Emptiness. Vanity Emptiness is showing out the deck a lot. Lock consistency with the Triple Summoner's Art. In terms of extra deck, we see 2 Alkahest. People usually only play 1 and play other cards instead, but 2 Alkahest isn't bad. It's a relinquish during your opponent's turn. 2 Oracalc. The Piercing is also a strong effect. What else? When it's at the grave, it pops a card. That's also pretty good, but the piercing is pretty big. Grandpa's typically, I don't know, it's on and off. I've seen a lot of decks not play anymore just to make space for other cards. But it's a free MST, that helps a lot. And a 28 butt doesn't hurt either. Side deck, he said Retaliating Sea didn't work at all. It's a hit and miss. Like, a lot of Metalfoil players can play around it, but stopping the fusion, in my opinion, is one of the biggest things you can do. Granted, I do play ABC, that's just a free rank 4. But still, in a free max E. DD Crow, it's like for the... He said it was for frogs, so it's more of a you know what your locals play mindset. But it's still a good card all around. Side blocker, of course, to stop the anti-spell. Anti-spell means anti-fun for Metalfoils. That's why the double MST and the Cosmic Cyclone. So that's it for the first place. I guess I can talk about the movie for a bit. It's pretty good. I cried. I got a promo. Go watch the movie. It's out till like maybe at the end of this week, most locations. So that's it for this week's podcast. I am now accepting new hirees for people to talk with me. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week probably. Bye.